Board.
I'm sorry to tell you that it's me today instead of them. There's 2 meetings I've been on without Vince today, and I've got to make fun of him, so that's good. So Vince is taking some time off, which we support, right? His brother Ant's getting married this weekend, so he's up there and preparing for his best man toast, which I'm not gonna lie, I pay a lot of money to.
A lot.
I think that's gonna be a good one. All right, so we got a lot of stuff to cover today. I love the meetings, this will be fun, but we're gonna start as we always do, the Katie Charleston vision, which is we believe in creating an authentic environment built on the foundation of productivity and collaboration. This inspires our people to achieve their business goals and design their legacy where it's needed. You're doing great. Yes. Okay, well, we'll try that question again a little later. Everybody had just taken a bite. We're like perfect unison. All right, so well, we're gonna jump in. Of course, none of these are possible without our great partners. So we're gonna have Nick and Michaela come up with Christy Mortgage, and they're gonna come. They were here last week, if you saw them. The wonderful presenters, super calm. You got to the Facebook world has to hear you.
Yeah,
No.
Just kind of like around you. Right there's
It
perfect.
doesn't have to be like right in your face.
So I'm sorry to disappoint you twice. If you see me last week, you'll have it one more time. Can I at least see how many people were there last week? Yes. All right, so, and you're asking, why are we here again, and why do we bring terrible Panera once again?
No,
It's good, thank you. That's
This
the.
Asian salad is legit.
We're here and we're willing to do this because we do think that we have a product that no one else can offer you and your clients at this time. So I'm not gonna do everything I did last week about cash to keys. We're just, what we offer. We have the cash offer and the buy now, sell later. The cash offer version, completely free to your clients, which removes the mortgage contingency, right? Like, no one else is giving you that except Ribbon, and it costs 1%. And our cash, our buy now, sell later will cost 1%, but you eliminate the need for the mortgage contingency and the home sale contingency with your offers. We're also getting the appraisal waivers, just like any other lender can get, but if you combine them, you're being able to waive that other stuff. We're talking about real cash offer. But I want to see, did anyone read that stuff I sent? Is there any questions about the product that I can answer for your clients?
Was it $1 million loan amount or $1 million purchase?
It's $1 million purchase. Any other questions? So a good thing to know about so for the cash offer one. So the cash offer, you get a cash offer addendum with your offer. So that there's no cost to do this, but your buyer will, and they'll understand before this. When you go under agreement, they'll put down a 2% deposit that we hold in escrow. As long as you don't back out for no reason and we have to step in and buy the house cash, you get that back for your down payment, closing costs. But for us to take that risk, we will put 2% away. And then they can back out for inspections, they can back out for another appraisal, anything doesn't work out. Also, these offers that you're making, even the buy now, sell later, even though it's cash to keys actually buying a house, these offers are whatever your buyer wants. You want to guarantee 40,000 over. If we verify those funds, which is what I do before we approve them for the process, you do whatever you want with these offers. So it's not, that's it. And any other questions?
Are you guys able to hang out for the meeting, or are you guys? You don't have to, I'm just saying, if you were here afterwards, people have any questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we're hanging out.
Also, we're
Yes.
giving away a $25 Starbucks gift card, so if you have your business card and want to enter it.
It's our sneaky way to get more information. from you
We're
guys.
We can be gone, though, don't worry.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you.
Holly, pass it back.
All right, let's give them a hand. Thank you guys so much. So there is a sign up sheet going around too for a cash to keys consult, so please sign up for that. And we'll pass the here at the end. So, all right, so we have a presentation that ALC's, amongst the market centers, as well as the leadership have been working on this option for you guys. It's a great leverage tool for us to work together, especially citywide. So they're joining us via Zoom, and we're Zoom in and tell you what ePlease is, and some of the resources, and we'll talk a little bit afterwards, and then we'll send out more information for you guys to sign up, et cetera. So here we go.
Sounds great. Hi, this is Kathy Horgan. As you guys get everything set up, am I on?
Can you tell her to pause real quick?
Can you guys hear me? So should I go? Should I tell the story? Okay, awesome. So hi, my name is Kathy Horgan. I don't think you can see me, but I am the co-founder of KeyPlease. My business partner is a KW agent out of Atlanta, Georgia. And we are so excited to be able to launch KeyPlease with your market center. A few years ago, Pam, who is my business partner, was swamped with business. She wasn't ready to build her own team, but desperately needed help. And so she talked to me about it, and I said, why don't we find a way to create a technology that connects a busy agent with an available agent all within your market center. And so that's what KeyPlease is. If you want to advance to the next slide. And what we quickly learned from the numbers is it's the 80-20 rule. 20% of those agents that desperately need leverage, 80% of the agents that are working to build their business would love the extra money and extra experience and extra confidence to be engaged in the real estate business. And then we also talk to a lot of millennials, right? They are shifting to own. They represent over 50% of home mortgage applications, and they wanted to hear and see more technology out of real estate. They wanted to be able to get in the door fast so they didn't lose the transaction. And let's be honest, the way of connecting with an available agent is too manual and inefficient for today's busy agent. You click to the next slide. And so what better way to be able to find the Uber of real estate to connect a busy agent with an available agent so we could leverage the talent of the entire market center so that all agents could be more successful. You click to the next slide. So there are 3 core capabilities to KeyPlease. I can schedule an agent to help me with an open house. I can schedule an agent to help me with a home showing, or I can schedule an agent to help me with a runner activity. And what typically the runner activities are, I need somebody to drop off a lockbox, or I need somebody to go into a property and take photographs, or I need to let a contractor in the door. Anything that provides the busy agent leverage is where that runner activity task is. You click to the next slide, and I can show you kind of here in essence how it works. Let's just say a client texts you, hey, a new property came on the market at 123 Main Street, and I'm dying to see it. Can I see it at 3 o'clock today? You look at your calendar, you know you're already booked. If you click to the next slide, we're going to see if it's animated. Fantastic. One more. This is the interface of KeyPlease. So when you get to the home screen, it shows open house, home showing, and runner at the very top. At the bottom is where available agents can click available opportunities to see all the jobs within your market center. So I click in home showing, I type in the address, and if you click to the next slide, this is what happens. The map shows up, the home that you need shown is in the blue circle, and all those orange keys are agents within your market center. So I quickly know, oh my gosh, thank goodness there's plenty of agents to help me. And then I have 3 choices. I can send it to my favorites because I can create a list of all my favorite agents in the app. I can send it to my favorites first. I would prefer they open the door, but if they're not available, we're going to give them a 1-minute advance notification. And the third is I'm going to send to all of the agents within the market center. So I'm going to go ahead and send it to all because I need somebody to open that door. So click to the next slide. And then what happens is an in-app notification goes out to all those agents to say, hey, there's an opportunity near you. You'll be able to look at the address, how much that agent is willing to pay because the hiring agent chooses. And it will also show when they need that showing completed. Is it ASAP or is there a time window? If it works for my calendar and I'm an available agent, I claim it and I get in touch with the hiring agent. I go show that property. I give important showing feedback in the app, and I hit the complete button. And if you click to the next slide, it then goes from my upcoming box into my completed. So as a busy agent, I know I get a notification that says Your showing has been completed. Your buyers have seen the property. And if I'm the available agent, it will go into my completed box so I can keep track of all of the different activities that I've done through KeyPlease. You click to the next slide. And everybody's happy, of course. Payment automatically processed through a payment provider called Stripe. You may not be familiar with Stripe, but
Sponsor host.
I'm pretty sure you've actually used it.
Uh-oh.
Kathy, can you unmute?
There you go. Can you hear me? Awesome. So KeyPlease likes it because of that. They also issue 1099s, and KeyPlease likes it because we don't hold any of the agent's financial information. That it is all encrypted and safely stored within the Stripe platform. Click to the next. So how much does it cost? So there's no fee to download. There's no brokerage fee. There is only a fee when you use the platform. So the hiring agent is charged a 14.5% transaction fee. So let's just say I need somebody to drop off a lockbox for me, and I'll pay $30 for somebody to do that across town. So on that $30 transaction, I'm going to add a $4.35. So the total charge I'm going to see on my credit card is $34.35. The showing agent who claims the opportunity, that $30 gets converted over to the showing agent, and they get charged a small 2.99% transaction fee. So that 90 cents. So they'll receive $29.10 into their bank account. Okay, you can click to the next. And we also have a fabulous support system. So if you guys have any questions, we actually do KW training every Wednesday at noon. Our tech support can actually walk you through one-on-one training if that's something you'd like. We also have roster management. So we make sure that all new agents get put into the platform, and people that have left KW get taken out of the platform. And then of course, some of our best ideas come from agents who leverage KeyPlease. And so please keep the feedback coming once you use it and you see opportunities for us to enhance it so it can be a more powerful tool for you. We want to know. So you can always email us at support@keyplease.com. We log everything and we'll quickly respond back to your message. And if you click to the next, I think that might be it. There are a couple of new enhancements that I just want to quickly share with you. If you click to the next slide, I did mention it when we talked about signing up. We have a new feature called favorites. So let's just say you have a luxury listing. You would like to have somebody show the property that is more experienced. You can actually go into the app and create a list of all your favorite agents that are maybe more experienced. So for those unique situations, and from a touch of a heart, you just add them into your profile. And so when you push out opportunities, you can actually send it to favorites first, or send to all. If you click to the next slide, the other new feature we just created is radius. So we have agents that would love to be able to pick up opportunities within a 5-mile radius of themselves, or a 50-mile or 100-mile. The radius is set at 50 miles from your office. If you'd actually like to put your home office location, or any place that you constantly work, you can do that, or you can actually add your GPS and it will route you, it will send you opportunities within your set radius based on your specific location. But we go through that on training too every Wednesday at noon. And you click to the next slide. I think that's it. Yep. And then we also have obviously resources. We have a Facebook page, we have an Instagram page, we have a Facebook page, and we'd love for you to like us so that you guys can follow along on all the enhancements that we continue to release. And you can open it up for any type of Q&A.
All right. Okay, so what kind of questions do we have?
Can you opt in or out as a hired agent?
As in an agent that wants opportunities?
And an agent that doesn't want opportunities but wants to use them?
Okay, got it. So the question is, can you sign up as an agent that wants to provide opportunities but may not necessarily want to take opportunities?
Yeah, so if you see an opportunity come through, you can actually turn off your notifications so that you can only use it as a hiring agent.
Awesome, thank you. Other questions? Yes.
Who makes the showing appointments?
Who sets the showing appointments? If I have a showing that's needed, who sets that up?
Yep. So one of the things that we always reinforce is Key Police does not replace communication. So what we ultimately would like, the happy path, as we call it, we want that showing agent who claims the opportunity to immediately get in touch with the hiring agent who is paying you, and you guys determine what is the best way. We have many hiring agents that want to do it themselves, and we have a lot of hiring agents that say, I want you to put it in showing time, so that you get the notifications and have no problem with the opening the box. So
Awesome.
we leave that up to the hiring agent.
All right, so we'll get some more information out to everybody about signing up, and obviously any more training that we need to do, we'll schedule special sessions for that and get it signed up, which is awesome.
We would love that. And thank you for having us today. And we're really excited to launch with your market center.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You do the same.
All right. Round of applause. Yay. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so now, meeting. Let's get into it. Fill the bucket. Tell me something good. Compliment someone. Come on. Winning.
I thought that chamber president guy was incredible. He got me fired up.
He was awesome.
I
Yeah.
thought he was great. Thank you for great.
Absolutely. That was a good one. He was great. He was really good. Did y'all get we posted the slides? Did everybody get them? That's okay. Good. I did. And if you go to that website, again, this is the attitude. There's a lot of info. Yeah. So the website he gave on stats, there's a ton of information on there. So that's really good. All right. What else? Good.
Got one for you,
Okay.
for always being there for the agents when I need them and helping to answer questions and calm them down and all that lovely kind of stuff.
Calm me down. I appreciate that. It's my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Who else?
I've got one.
All right.
Mine's for Holly. She's been taking our systems and really just tackling them and recreating things, and it's awesome to have some support on that side. She's also been tackling CaseCore like a beast right now, because I don't know if y'all know, but we had a post that went viral. We've had over
300.
almost 400 at this point leads in the past 48 hours.
That's awesome.
So.
We're tired.
Yeah. So keep that in mind for those of you looking to hire. Those are for agents getting into the business. And that's 300 for Katy Charleston. That's
Yeah.
not like 300 region wide or anything. That's here. So that was a fun inbox to walk into.
It's nonstop. It's nonstop.
It hasn't stopped yet.
Nice. Nice. All right. So that's two. That's three. Give me two more. Let's just get at least five.
Well, I'm thankful for the leadership team for all the positive feedback I've been getting, and Winnie for all the constructive criticism on the red book. I mean, it was good, it was good criticism. Very helpful, I'll take it.
I love it. All right. Who else? One more. Yes, ma'am.
I want to thank Caleb for helping me with some of the stuff I had to try to get through command at last minute, because everybody who really knows me knows I suck at technology.
I don't like how you talk to yourself.
I know.
We need to work on that.
I brought my son on. He's a lot better at it than I am, so hopefully we'll get this straightened out.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, Kayla, the whole leadership team is amazing. So we're super happy. Any other bucket filled? Tell me something good. One wants, yes, sir.
I like that we're all together again.
Yeah, look at this. This is a good crowd. This is a good crowd. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right, so let's jump into this. We got some celebrations. So June listings taken. We grouped these together on them, and then we've got the month and date and everything. So let's give a hand for these top 5 Grievance teams running as well. Almost coming up 4, 3, and 3. That's 3 listings in a month. I'll take that. That's a good month for sure. All right, June listings sold. Following the same trend, we got a team at the top, 10-5-3 with Dave, Jan Snook's team, Alan Donald. Found Garrett, Desiree, and Power Home team. Love those. Let's give them a round of applause. Garrett, give that kid a pound on the back.
He's on chat or on
Hey,
Zoom.
what's up, Garrett? Good job, man. He is a
was.
focused lead generator, and it is showing up in his production for sure, which is awesome. All right, what we got next? So June closed units. Woo, 25 neck and neck.
Just wait for another, it's,
Oh boy, neck and neck, and then Found coming in with 16, and then we go down. Look, I mean, these are great individual agent. Look at these numbers. These are awesome. 5 starting all the way down, 10 tied for 10th is 3 closings in a month. That's 36 in a year. That's a good trend to be on as an individual agent, particularly in this market. Great job on that. Round of applause. All right, what's next? Which one? Production leaderboard. Look at this individual. So this is for June. On the left-hand side, the month of June, Kristen Whitehead. I mean, I guess that's a good month, 6 million.
while on vacation.
Yeah, while on vacation. I love it. And look at this top 10 number, coming in number 10, 691. A great month on that. So round of applause for our individual agents who made the month to date. Year to date, Desiree and Kristen neck and neck. I mean, Kristen has a couple more of those months, so we need more competition than that. However, that's awesome. We've got, listen, look at this. We've got from 10 up, basically 9 and 10. These people are on track to do close to 10 million as individual agents in a year. That's awesome. Like, this is awesome. And these numbers up here, I'm gonna check in on you top 5 here in a couple months to see how your personal life is. That's you guys are getting some time in there, so that's awesome. Good job. Round of applause for that. All right, teams and groups, look at there. Look at associates sneaking into the lead for the month of June. Again, same thing going on. We've got some great production here, and then on the year-to-date side, all right, we got a little bit of a delta there, but I think we got plenty of time for Snook and Associates to catch up. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. Let's give a round of applause for everybody else. Apply. Go back really quickly. This is, I mean, these are big numbers halfway through the year, so good job.
No.
No, you can say that, right? It's a difficult market right now. It's difficult once you get it, right? That's what, and we're gonna shift a little bit on that. All right, let's go to the next one. This one is exciting. We got some regional recognition. Somehow Kristen made it into the top individuals of the $6 million month. We got Top Towns coming in third for their group, which is only the local numbers there, and then expansion, they came in second. Those are the regional numbers. That's their total expansion numbers from the region there. So let's give them a round of applause. All right, profit share. This is a fun one. You want to go through this one?
Oh, I don't need to go through this one.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about I will talk about wealth building website because it's related to this.
Is that a come up slide or no?
No, but this is in this section.
Well, I said.
Winnie needs to talk right now.
Okay, okay, thank you. I gave options and the answer was no.
Yep.
Is it 1 or 2?
Yep.
Yes.
Winnie needs to talk right now, yes.
I need more direction.
These are really, really exciting numbers. I mean, I guess keep in mind, like how cool would it be to have $2,000 of passive income coming into your bank account every single solitary month? And that's what a lot of these leaders are doing. But I did want to talk about Wealth Building Wednesday, which is next Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. It will be hosted here in Mount Pleasant. Yay. We actually have the director of the Profit Share Task Force nationwide talking to us. So normally, Wealth Building Wednesday, we talk about basically passive income streams, other ways to, add additional levers into your life for making money. And so Mark is going to be, he's also a regional director, OP broker up in New York State. So really, really excited. So we're going to talk about how he builds his downline and then also like what's happening in the profit share task force world, because there's a lot of stuff that's happening in terms of like how we're going to track it and things like that that'll help serve you better so that you can understand it better and build more into your passive income stream through profit share. Thank you. It's also on Zoom.
Nice. Look at that. Team right there, exactly the reminder. All right, those are awesome. So definitely tune into those. KWIP has done a great job with the segment as far as bringing major value. I went to their chapter meeting last week, or 2 weeks ago, with a great panel. So be on the lookout. That's all on the calendar. But the things that they're doing is also. I know this is a specific YP, yet it is driven a lot by it, and this is not invite only, right? You should share with everyone. So
Oh no, this was Wealth Building Wednesday. This is all of us.
This is all of us, correct? Yeah. That's what I mean.
Okay.
That's what I mean. So, and then round of applause for the top profit share earners, the top 10 here year to date. All right, what do we got next? All right, upcoming events. Is this you?
This is Jay.
Do you have that video ready?
Yes.
Let's start with
Do
that.
you wanna, okay. Ooh, there's a.
Hold on, Adam.
promise you, if you take a look and you use the resources there, you will absolutely be so glad that you went.
Add really quick. Y'all get to hear me talk a lot, and I don't want to do that. That's one whole reason I brought the video to give you some idea of what other agents around the country have said about YP. We are a group of agents, over 3,000 strong now. Probably after Mayor Camp, our goal is to get to about 5,000 members across the country. I'll also add, as she was talking about opportunities, it's really great that she was in that video because she's now actually a KWRI employee. She has taken on a new role within KWRI, something she never thought was even possible, but because of YP, it allowed her to see things that she never really saw before. So there's all kinds of opportunities. It's not just about selling houses or happy hours or, happy hours. But it's just a really great group of people. We love to share and collaborate. One of the things that I've never really mentioned before because it just didn't occur to me. But I have on Facebook Messenger, I think I have 4 different kind of group chats with agents from all over the country that I'm seeing and talking to on a daily basis. And you don't really get that sort of connection without plugging in. And it's not just YP. There are so many other opportunities for you to do that. Mega Camp being one of them, but there's sports entertainment, there's luxury. There's tons of platforms for you to do that within KW. And so I just wanted to share that. I think she's trying to find the next slide because I wanted to mention a couple dates. So this Friday, KWYP Los Angeles is having their big launch event. So that's coming up. And then also, obviously, we're gearing up for Mega Camp. So we have our big advance at Mega Camp. Normally it's before Mega Camp. This year it's actually on the last day, the day after everything kind of wraps up. But we did that on purpose because we're also having a KWYP Austin launch event in Austin. So if you were planning to go to Mega Camp, please make sure you have those dates on your calendar. Also, if you're not planning to go to Mega Camp, rethink that. That is where I swear to you, if you don't really understand the value of KW or KWYP or any of these other communities that we have, Mega Camp and Family Reunion is where that value really comes to fruition.
Awesome. Give them a round of applause. Let's also, well, actually, before we talk about this, we'll do the next one, which is luxury. Laura.
See, they're a perfect setup.
I know, exactly.
I didn't even know.
That was a lovely setup. And I wanted to introduce myself today, and to the people that don't know me, I've stepped into a role as Director of Luxury here in the Charleston area. So what we're trying to do is create a house of excellence. Keller Williams wrote the book on real estate, applying our knowledge all the way to the top and securing an undisputable lead in agent count, closed volume, and closed units. This trifecta of excellence with outstanding contributions by our luxury agents has solidified our standing as the #1 real estate company in the world. So what we are seeing as a company is we currently have, as of this, at the end of June, so this last 6 months, we have just right under 20,000 agents that have closed property over $1 million.
Wow.
And the total closing volume is 55 billion.
Wow.
So we're seeing a tremendous result in this group. And luxury is really a result of mastery. And we had a luxury mastermind this past week, and we thank Jane Snook for leading that for us. But we had a great turnout and a lot of participation, and look forward to doing that more often. You're going to see more luxury events on the calendar. And so what Jay was explaining about, there's just so much that Keller Williams offers that we don't know about. I want to be a resource to you as far as luxury to let you know what's going on. So for those of you that are not a part of the luxury division, there is a training, and the training is going to be August the 4th. And this is going to be on the calendar for you to see, but there are a lot of different events that you can participate in, and I look forward to working with y'all.
Thank you. Awesome. So we're gonna go through the next few slides real quickly because I want to make sure we get into. We got some good content today that I want to go through as well. So cappers, we're gonna recognize the cappers in the Market Center for this last month. Let's give them a round. Kristen capped.
How many hours?
Huh?
How many hours? did you
For
get there?
Kristen.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is capped before she turned her check in. So congratulations, especially Anton, Terry, you guys are here, so congratulations, recognize you. All right, first closings with us, Adam Webb, congratulations on your first closing. And then new agents that have come in, and welcome to the family. If you see them, Graham, Marsha, you look like you're gonna say something.
Cody from this month.
Cody from this
Cody's in
month.
the back,
Cody's like, yeah,
so-
Cody's in this month. That's awesome. All right. Happy birthday. So Kristen's gonna sing happy birthday. In the event we don't do that.
This
if
isn't even here.
The joke is funny every
I
time.
know, right?
It's every time.
Keeps it alive.
I feel very safe.
You never do. You never do.
Say the exact same thing. that we
Exactly.
said. It's almost like new content.
So what do you call a group of guys standing in line to get their hair cut?
Oh.
A barbecue. It's called a pattern interrupt. So, yeah, I'll cover something too, briefly. So we've got the CES calendar. We've got some, what's the date today? The 20th. So handling objections with Howard Weinstein. Howard is awesome. I actually just went through, he was my accountability partner in the MAPS Redshirt program. So I spoke to him about twice a week, one-on-one. This guy's fantastic. He's an OP of multiple market centers. He's got 3 market centers in Florida. He's also the broker in charge for his market centers, very similar roles, and just a great guy. You learn a lot from him. So definitely jump onto that one. The Tech Tuesdays and all the tech stuff that comes through CES, highly encourage you to jump on these. These are part of being with the Market Center with KW Charleston. So jump on those for sure.
Monica is awesome.
Monica is awesome. Yes, she is. All right, next Thursday, July 28th. Yes.
Just
Kristen.
add to this, I sent out an email earlier today. Y'all probably received an email from CES saying that we were having this tomorrow. That is incorrect. I sent that out, but I just wanted to reiterate, it is July 28th, next Thursday, so that no one shows up. tomorrow.
Yeah, this is in
If you do,
person.
team meeting.
Yeah, this is in person. KT Temple is coming. He's the team leader for the Apex Market Center. He's also been a Market Center tech trainer, an assistant team leader, productivity coach. He was an ISA. Kid knows his stuff as it relates to lead generation. There's probably not many that are better than him as it relates to generating the quantity of leads and then creating follow-up systems with them. So he will be here next Thursday from 9 to 3. So be sure to let us know if you'll be coming to that so we can keep a head count. There will be lunch.
In the Mount Pleasant office?
Which office is it? West Ashley office. So yeah, let us know on that one. It'll be a great course. I'm excited about that one. All right, Ignite. Stand up if you've been through the Ignite certification process. Let's give this group a round of applause. So basically what we did this time is we're launching a new Ignite on August 8th. And I would encourage any of you that are looking to revamp your business to attend this Ignite. The instructors have now all gone through a certification process, so they're prepared more. We basically just wanted to say, well, are we all on the same page? There's a new structure that's coming in. There's going to be activities that will be done in Ignite as there was before, but I'm super excited about it. And I just think it's a good indication of the opportunities that we talk about. You've got the people that just stood up, that went through the process. They took their time. We had 2 sessions, one today and then one 2 weeks ago. And these are people that are stepping up saying, hey, I want to move forward either with leadership or training. And you look and see like Laura stepping up, like tremendously stepping up for this luxury role. Jay and Lenny as it relates to YP. I mean, these are great opportunities and segments that we can do something aside from just selling real estate. Not that there's anything wrong with that, right? If you wanted, that's fine too. And we want to make sure those opportunities are created for everyone. So
For those
yes.
that are new, what is Ignite?
Ignite, great question, which is what I was going to go on to next. I'm glad you reminded me of that, just in case I forgot. So Ignite is the foundational training that we have. So if you're new to the company, not necessarily new to the business, raise your hand if you went through Ignite after having been in business and experienced and changed your business after Ignite. Like a handful of people used Ignite to really rewrite their business and take it to the next level. But basically it's our foundational training. It's 4 weeks long. It's divided up into how to build your business and becoming the expert, then how to focus on lead generation in your business, how to focus on lead follow-up with your business, and then how to create the systems for contract to close with your business once you get it. And it's going to be, it's 20 sessions. They're 9 to 12. They'll be taught by various instructors that'll bring their expertise to it. and you'll all be learning from the same material. Super excited about it. We had a good crowd, good meeting this morning. All right. Mega Camp, as Jay said, August 23rd to the 24th. Sign up, go. This is going to be a great event. This is the first Mega Camp we've had in 3 years. So suffice to say, it's probably going to have a decent amount of energy. I'm just going to throw that out there. There are other options. I know a lot of times you look at hotel options with Austin. They're very proud of their hotels. There are plenty of other options through VRBO. There are a lot of places downtown. There are brand new high rises where you can stay at walking distance of the convention center. Flights right now are like $360, which is amazing for Austin.
The nonstop.
And nonstop.
And if you register and then book your hotel, there are discount codes for a lot of the hotels.
Yes. Yep. So be sure to get signed up for it. This is going to be awesome. It is only Mega Agent Camp. We're not combining anything on it. It is all agent focused. There's no Mega leadership, anything. It's 2 days of agent resources, and it's going to be awesome.
And for clarity too, the 22nd is the welcome party and all like check-in and all that.
Yeah.
So it is technically 3 days.
Okay, yes. Okay, you want to come in on the 22nd, correct. All right, so let's jump into some things I wanted to talk about today to piggyback on last week. So some of you have heard this before. I've talked about this whole concept of making your goals a reality. You've heard me talk about this before. We opened, it's a 4-step process, right? And I stole it from Jim Rohn. He called it turning nothing into something, and it's how you make those tangible goals or intangible goals into a tangible reality. There's a 4-step process that I want to walk through today as it relates to some of the materials and information we got last week. So the first one, you'll go to the next one, is to imagine the possibilities. So if you imagine the possibilities, we're looking at the market, it's changing, right? There are some changes. So what are the possibilities in this market? So let's talk specific numbers. How many current listings do we have active in the market this morning? Anton, hold on. Elizabeth, hold on. 2,400. 2,400, that's pretty good.
2476, he said it was good.
Okay, Alicia, winner. All right, so what's the number?
As of this morning, it's 2476.
Okay, so what's the AHA first goal you've had so far and what we're talking about?
3 times as many as in March.
Mine was, it's interesting to see who can give you these numbers right away. Just gonna throw that out there, right? These are people who are watching the market, they're studying them. Now, where was this number 2 months ago?
2 months ago? 1,500 maybe?
1,500? 928.
Well, that was in March.
Middle of March. Okay, so that was the low, 928. 928, all right, listen, what was it 3 months ago? It was probably about 1,200. 1,200, all right. So what's the difference here?
Double.
Yeah, it's doubled, but what's the actual difference? About 2,200 new listings.
No.
1,200, sorry.
Math skills.
Now all of a sudden you guys are detail oriented.
I mean, you said get specific. They got specific.
All right, I wish you were like that on your paperwork.
No kidding.
So 1,276, now here's what's to keep in mind, that's a net number, right? So that means it was not 1,276 came on the market, it means however many gross listings came on, plus the ones that went under contract. But let's just be conservative with this number, 1,276. What's the average GCI per closing right now?
10 grand.
10 grand, 12 grand.
12,000. That's GCI. So what's 1,276 times 12,000?
A lot.
A lot.
Let's say it's like 100 and, yeah, 1.4 million. Isn't it?
Is it?
More than that.
One point-
Half of you were looking at your phone.
Joseph, 1,531,200.
1,531,200.
Just
That's
calculator.
$1.5 billion available in GCI.
It's actually 15,300,000.
Whatever.
I'll just wonder. I
I mean, it took everybody else long enough, so I just was doing some numbers. Like, no one else is talking, so I gave a number.
GCI that's available, and that's a conservative net number. So let's go back to this. Imagine the possibilities. The market is out there.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So
There it
step 2, 3, and 4 is what we're going to walk through now. Step 2, believe the possibilities are possible for you. I think we start to look at what's happening in this market and we see the work that we're having to put in and we're like, I'm not sure I can do this, which is what I'm going to walk through. The last two, I should say, number 3, go to work and make it happen. We're gonna have to go to
Do
work.
we have to?
We're gonna have to, yeah, we were talking about the Ignite meeting this morning. I said, when you hear 3 hours of lead generation, what do you say to yourself?
Yay!
No, that's not what the answer was. The answer was, God, there's gotta be another way. There's not. You gotta go to work and make it happen. And then lastly is embracing the accountability that's needed for your goals. Right? So let's talk through that. Go to the next 2 slides quickly. So in a market right now, as it starts to shift, if you maintain your current volume, you begin to get market share as the market shifts. And that's what we need to look at now, because when this happens, go to the next slide. As the market starts to go back up, and again, this is in relation to available income. I'm not saying prices, I'm not saying anything. This is available income for us. As the market starts to go back up, look at what your market share goes. You keep the 50% market share and then your volume increases. That's the mindset we want to get in. So what I want to do is we're going to do a little interview. We've got a star player. Come on up. This isn't a surprise. Come on. Let's welcome Delisha Dean to the stage. Now, because we are big on masterminding and collaboration, we are. No, right here. Oh, no, not okay. One of the things that was brought up in our leadership meeting last week was we need to hear from a rock star, and I think we should personally hear from Delisha. That's what was said. Do you remember who said that?
Winnie said that.
I know, Winnie did say that, which was awesome. So I know, isn't this great? So exactly. So I did what any natural leader who doesn't want to prepare does, is I took it and ran with it, because now we've got something for the team meeting. So we're going to talk a little bit from Delisha, who's our career development director. That's right. It is what it is.
We are really sitting kind of close.
All right. So. Right. Exactly. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I want to hear from Delisha, because Delisha has a great business. I've known Delisha, actually. We met when I was a baby team leader and she was a baby agent. So we've actually known each other for years. I don't know how many people knew that. She was very good at her constructive criticism or feedback as an agent in our office. And I learned a lot from that. So I do. I remember it like it was yesterday. So anyway. All right. So here we go. Tell us about yourself.
Well, Anton was a part of our newbiness too.
Yeah, right? He was. We had a lot of us. Laura was. Who else was here?
Mike Green.
Yeah, Mike was. Alan was. Who else was around in those days? Back in the days. Kathy. All right. Yeah. Awesome. Anyway,
Perfect.
Tell us who you are.
So my name is Delisha Dean. This would be my 16th year in real estate. I got licensed at the end of 2005, and then right as I was getting my bearings as a new agent, the market totally tanked. So that was a lot of fun. So I had to quickly kind of figure out what to do. And I kind of think that it is a blessing that I didn't have the success, or that I hadn't been in the business for a long time before that happened. Because once it did happen, you would see prominent real estate agents and attorneys on the foreclosure and bankruptcy lists. And so I kind of looked around, and this concept of short sales, I kept hearing about it, but I knew from an agent perspective, no one wanted to do it because no one really knew what it was. And so how I went through the shift is that's what I specialized in.
Right. So when we've talked a handful of times, we've talked about how do we prepare for an unknown? Because that's what it is right now. I mean, I don't think anybody, take 2008 out of it, right? Let's take 2000, actually, let's compare them all. 2008. You said this the other day. What's the difference between 2008, COVID, seasonal, and all that? Talk a little bit about that.
So whether we realize it or not, we go through like micro shifts each year. So if you think about when a named storm rolls through, like a hurricane's coming, if you truly look at your previous years, the week before, the week of, and kind of the 2 weeks after, real estate comes to a grinding halt, especially if the bulk of your business is folks from out of town. So that's kind of a micro shift. Another micro shift is once summer hits, people are on vacation. August, it seems like the locals totally check out. Another micro shift is the holidays. So we are used to being consistent. And then when there's any sort of shift at all, we freak out. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no one to call. My business is, I might as well go look for something else because no one's ever going to buy or sell for me again. And it's this hamster wheel that and I could just be talking about myself, but it's the same hamster wheel that we go through every single year, like along just with the cyclical of just the seasons, the ebb and flow of how business normally is. Whenever there's any slight variation of what we're used to, we forget. And our short-term memory, it's like we have no recollection of what actually brought us success before. You're smiling, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
So you,
I love my job. I love my job. I love my job.
So you've been on a team, but you've been an individual agent now for how long?
13 years.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
tell us a little about your current business.
So current business, especially right now, is just, it's kind of the same as when COVID first hit. It's care calls, calling my sphere, reconnecting. I'm sure you're aware of what's going on. Are you aware of the changes that are going on in the real estate market? Yes or no? My buyers that got priced out of the market during the first quarter of the year, reaching back out to them, getting them in touch with their lender to see how much the tick up in interest rates negated their buying power. So that conversation's being had. And then sellers that have kind of waited, that should have already had their homes on the market, we're having that conversation as well. So my kind of lead generation and lead follow-up is divided into different categories based on what their wants and needs are. But I am having conversations with folks that I haven't spoken to in 3 or 4 years. And people right now, they don't know what news source to believe. They don't know how it affects them, even if they aren't in the active real estate market. There is some aspect of whether it's interest rates, inflations, real estate on a global or larger scale that is going to affect them in some way. And so just reconnecting with them and giving them just asking questions. Hey, let's talk about it. If I don't have the answer, I'll most certainly find it for you. So just reconnecting.
Right. One of the things that you said, we talked about the messaging, and you said about the narrative we created.
So guilty as charged, but we've spent so long, sold within 2 minutes, over ask, I'm awesome, I'm busy, everything's amazing. Like we do this because we get excited, and we kind of do have to toot our own horns because no one else is going to. But we have slammed this narrative in everyone's face for so long. The market shifts, and it's like, I think that's part of well, what do I do now? Well, what do I say? Right. And so changing the narrative is just being human. The conversation is the relationship. If you are not having no conversations, the relationship is dead. And we are in a relationship business, right? So the calls that we need to be making are ones coming from care and service and love, whether they're active or not. Did that answer your question?
It did.
Okay.
Yeah, it did. So here's the thing. One of the other things is I'm reluctant to call. Like I haven't been calling in a while, or I'm new, all this business has kind of been coming to me, so I haven't had to do it. I don't know. People don't really want to hear from me. You ever had anybody say that?
May I challenge that limiting belief, Joseph?
You may, Delisha.
So I was talking to someone this morning, and there should be a.
Well, let me interrupt you really quickly. So, well, no, but here's the perspective that you have to know is we talked about this last week. The difference though with someone like Delisha is Delisha's just having to change her method. She's not having to change her practices. The reason Delisha's had such a successful business for the period of time that she has is she stayed relatively, I'm sure you've had seasons, but relatively consistent on the important tasks. So I've asked these questions because from her, it's kind of like, all I got to do is switch my message, not necessarily my activities. Is that a fair statement?
Correct.
Okay, so that's why I ask these questions from the standpoint. So I'm the agent who's not done that, right? I kind of rode the wave. So that's why I bring that challenge, because as a career development director, you're getting that a lot, and wanting, and again, this isn't a new agent discussion, is it? I mean,
No.
we're hearing this from everyone across the board. So I have that limiting belief. Challenge me on that.
And so the limiting belief was.
I don't remember. It was, oh yeah, they don't. I haven't been calling people. Why do people want to hear from me right now?
People don't want to hear from me.
Correct. Yeah.
So that statement is based. That's a fear-based statement. What book is it? Atomic Habits. Ninja Selling.
That
Fear is the absence of love.
Yes.
Okay. So when you have those thoughts, you're like, I'm fearful, I don't want to get judged, I'm afraid, you're coming from lack, and our jobs are to be of service to people. So if you have to do jumping jacks or positive affirmations or whatever, start your mind off with, these folks may or may not have a problem. I have the ability and the wherewithal to possibly solve this problem. If I don't call this person, I'm essentially doing them a disservice because they need my help. And if you approach it like that, you're never going to be afraid to pick up the phone. Am I saying it's all rainbows and unicorns? Not a chance. But it will get you moving forward and picking up the phone and having those conversations. And you never know what the result of that conversation is going to be. Makes sense. You're looking, you're like, okay. Yeah.
Don't look to the crowd for affirmation. It's a hard one. All right.
You're doing great.
All right. So what do people like? What have we not said, or what have you not had the opportunity to say, or have I not asked you that needed to be asked or said?
I think just remember that like each of our superpowers, that there's only one of us, and everyone in this room could go on the same listing and buying appointments, but each person is only going to connect with one or the client is only going to connect with one or two people. So it doesn't matter if you've been in the business forever. It doesn't matter if your license hasn't even come in yet. You will never know if you're not connecting with people and having conversations. So fear, we all have it. Trust me. I'm not saying that I'm immune to it, but I can push through it. Is it always fun and comfortable? No. But when I connect with folks I haven't in a long time, or I have new connections, it's like, man, I'm so glad that I actually picked up the phone.
So a couple last questions and we'll see if anybody has any questions. And I apologize, we're gonna go a couple minutes over. Are you guys good with that? We good? Yeah, okay, good. I mean, we're going to, so if you have to go, you won't hurt my feelings. Exactly. So we do have challenging days, right? There's days that you get frustrated either with, clients that you have, or in your program, you may have people that, you want to be more motivated than they are. How do you show up on those days? How do you get through it? What drives you through that?
So I pay very much attention to my mental space and physical energy. And if I know that if I wake up and I know that I'm being kind of crabby, instead of making calls, I will do stuff on the back end, because I do want to show up and be the best that I can be, whether it's in person, on the phone. And so I monitor myself each day. If I'm having a phenomenal day, then I will make a couple of more calls or do more in-person things. The days that I'm feeling kind of whatever, I will do just other stuff. But pushing through, this is our job, unless you're sitting on a pot of gold or have a trust fund or a sugar mama or daddy, which is totally fine. Like this is, if I don't make those calls, money isn't just, it's not going to just appear, as much as I would love for that to happen. Plus it's cool to just make these connections. My business at this point is pretty much all referral from past clients. So it's neat to work with someone's son and just the, kind of their family and friends too.
Have you ever had a bad experience in real estate? All right, anything else? Any questions for Delisha? Has this been helpful? So what's an odd, so a lot of what she said, we've all heard before. I'm really kind of high on this question right now. What's an aha that you just heard Delisha say that you didn't think you could hear today? Like what's something she said and you were like, man, that was it.
I think I really like the last thing that you said, where if you're in a poopy mood, you're still gonna work on your business though. You're not gonna give yourself too much grace. Don't get me wrong and be like, oh, well, today's just like a popcorn and movies kind of a day. But you're gonna do the stuff that's still gonna push your business forward. It just might not be client facing. And then when you're in a super energetic, like posy vibes mood, then you're like, all right, well, I need to see more people because this energy is ready for the work.
Yeah. And it is important to pay attention to that. No two people's businesses are going to be the same. No two persons, anything are the same. I mean, there were times when I've gotten to the office and I've had one conversation. I was like, I am taking myself home. I am taking myself home. Like, I am not for public consumption today. So I think just being, oh my God. It's like,
I think we've all witnessed that.
Yeah. So again, just self-deprecation and just, you know, it's,
Authenticity.
we're human,
Not
yeah.
self-deprecation.
Yeah, we're all human, yeah.
All right, yes.
I heard in summation, like, just do it scared. Like, we're all gonna have fear, just do it scared. It's okay. Just get it
Yep.
done.
Yep, Alan.
I'm combining what you said and what you said. Personally, I'm actually welcoming the slowdown because it allows me to work on my business instead of in my business.
Yeah. Yep, and it's a good perspective. I can't remember who it was. I saw somebody post, it was a screenshot of available listings out on Folly. And they were like, wow, look at this. It's so nice to be a buyer again. And it was such a simple, and it's not like there were a dozen homes out there. It was still only like 7 or 8. Yet I was like, that's the message that person needs to get out to their database.
Yeah, I think that you talk about short-term memory loss. I mean, we are just now kind of coming back to what is a normal market. Like, maybe I'm wrong, and I'm certainly not the world's best economist, but I don't think we're going to a downturn. I just think we're returning to normal.
So that's what we need to educate. That's the message we need to be sending. One of my calls this morning was to a lender to check in and ask for any stray buyers, and he seemed really down. And I was like, well, what are you seeing? And he was like, A, B, and C. And I was like, all right, well, let's change the narrative a little bit, because all lenders have, great graphics and access to information that they can put together. I was like, start pumping that stuff out. The two of us don't need to be having this conversation. It needs to be out to the populace, because the media, that's not what the media is going to be sharing. And even though if someone's hearing it from me, they see something else on the news, like they're still not going to move forward. Everyone's just in a state of fear right now. And so when we just need to come from contribution, give them not a platform, but just call them. Hey, what's on your mind? What are your concerns? Just with COVID, hopefully, your family's healthy. Is there anything I can do for you? Can I get groceries, pull weeds? Because I like to pull weeds. But just asking, how has this affected you and your family? And just connect.
Love it. How'd she do? Nice. So a couple fun facts. So one, do you feel like spending more time with Delisha, you could learn more? Absolutely. So one thing that we haven't done a good job, and maybe just the narrative's been a little different, is the career development program is not a new agent program, right? And this is not like some sort of, bait and switch, we're selling you anything like that. However, she does have a career development program that's designed for anyone in the Market Center. This is not just new agents coming in. So she does great with accountability. One of the reasons that we got into business together, I don't want to say back like anything happened, but Delisha and I, we were together before at Keller Williams, and we actually reconnected on a deal gone way wrong last year, where both brokers had to step in. And that conversation led to what's going on. And all of a sudden we had coffee. And all of a sudden she starts telling me about all these things that she loves doing, that she kind of missed doing. And that's how it grew into this. And the reason that it was such a good fit is her passion to see people grow. She calls them little chickens, little chickens. I love it. So, if you want to learn more from her, obviously come to anything that she's doing. Career development stuff is open, but she'd love to talk to you about it, because it's a great opportunity for you. And it's another opportunity to step in. If you're not looking to go into full-time coaching yet with MAPS or anything like that, it's something that you can do. So I'm super excited about that. I had one other point. I can't remember what it was. So give me 3 ahas and we'll get out of here, because I know we're running over. 3 ahas from today. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I feel like I've talked a lot, but so I really like the market share graphic where it's like, listen, maintain what you already do. And then as long as you are consistent, and also going back to what Delisha was talking about, I'm doing the same thing, just different messaging. So and then you'll have more market share. I love that. That gives me focus,
right.
And it also gives me calm.
Yep. Love that.
And not fear.
Love that. 2 more.
So there's a quote, and I hope I don't mess it up, but it's Gary Keller said that the market share that you lose in a shift, you'll never get back, with the market share you gain in a shift, like you're gonna have forever.
Right. 100%. You nailed it. That was the quote. It's time to take it. It's an exciting time to take it for sure. One more. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. And I love the simplicity of your analogy of we've gone through this all the time on a micro level. Like in the examples you gave, I mean, even COVID wasn't a micro level, that was a huge one, but even, I mean, seasonality, hurricanes, whatever it may be, which was awesome. So, all right, guys, so wrapping up, be sure to say hello to Nick and Michaela, our sponsors, introduce yourself to them, grab lunch if you didn't. Thank you for being here. Sorry, we're a couple minutes late. Have an awesome day. Thank you. Oh, we got to do a drawing.